Broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore, it's Coach Kev on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
And welcome back, everybody, another episode of Damage 365 Radio. This is episode number 18. I'm your host, Coach Kev, joined live in studio by the real number 8 JT. Welcome back to the show.
Glad to be here, and happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there.
And we got Big Red Rob. He's lurking somewhere in the background. Give a hello, Rob.
Hello, guys.
He's in the back.
We got multiple people in the studio today, even though Rob's like sitting on top of a toolbox and a couple other random crap laying around. But sooner or later, we'll have it all done. It'll look awesome.
At least he's got a seat.
Nice picture next to me.
Yes, was that Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, that's right. Thank you, Thunder Rosa, for that 8x10. Hope you're having fun in Japan. But we have a great show. Of course, we got our shout-outs and birthdays, and we got a lot to talk about. Recap of last night's Warriors of Wrestling, live from Staten Island, New York. We had crowning of brand new tag team champions and a brand new world champion. We also have our guest today, the president and head trainer of D2W, the Jersey Devil. After that, we'll have round number 5 results of the Jobbers Tournament. And then we'll also have JCW recap from Friday night in Brick, New Jersey, where they crowned the brand new tag team champions. So we have a lot to talk about, and I don't want to stall by any chance by imagination because we got a lot of stuff to get in there. So
let's go.
Without further ado. Shout-outs, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot, but enough. We have a happy birthday going out to the Damage alum, Kelly Dory McGlynn. Happy birthday, Kelly. Happy birthday goes out there to former guest, the most beautiful man in the state of New Jersey, one half of Glitz and Glamour, Steve Sterling. Happy birthday. And happy birthday goes out to alumni, league mate, and soon to be a member of the Damage 365 radio family, Rob Janicki. Happy birthday, Rob, and happy birthday to everybody celebrating their birthday this coming week with Kelly, Steve, and Rob.
Has been paid for by the New World Order.
This is the hardcore icon, Just Incredible, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Now that's not just the coolest, that's not just the best. Damage 365 Radio, now that's just incredible.
You think you know it?
Hey guys, do you like pro wrestling? Of course you do. It's the greatest thing in the world. Hi, my name is Emil J. You may have seen me as the ring announcer for Combat Zone Wrestling, On Point Wrestling, Dojo Wars, and WSU, just to name a few. But now I'm proud to announce that the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore is the premier location for wrestling merchandise. Every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Englishtown, New Jersey at the Englishtown Flea Market, booth number 35 in the Green Building, the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore has it all. Everything from DVDs and figures from around the world to t-shirts and lucha masks in both kids and adult sizes, and much more, even tickets to upcoming events. Log on to facebook.com/FunkensteinINC for full details on everything they have to offer, including weekly specials and where they'll be vending at this weekend. So check out facebook.com/FunkensteinINC and take the short drive to Englishtown, New Jersey and visit my friends at the Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore this weekend to start or add to your wrestling collection. And hey, tell them MLJ sent you. The Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, the main event of wrestling collectibles.
This is Tito Santana, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio. Arriba!
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Special thanks again to our sponsors, Funkenstein Collectibles, over there in Englishtown, New Jersey. Go over there this weekend, say hello to Dan and Heather, tell them we sent you. Maybe they'll hook you up with a free pack of cards or stickers or something. But make sure you tell them Damage 365 sent you over to the Funkenstein Wrestling Collectibles Store in Englishtown, New Jersey, Saturdays and Sundays. So it's only going to get better as the weather gets better, and the flea market's probably going to be a crazy scene as the weather gets better. So if you want your stuff, you need to go over there and get it, because if you wait, it ain't going to be there, because they have very rare stuff, guys. So it's like one of those times you see it, if you want it, buy it, because they might not get it again. So
Very rare collectibles.
So definitely pick it up. Last night, we had the pleasure of being a part of Warriors of Wrestling and being part of history, and it was great. I could definitely I could tell you I was there live. Got to see some titles change hands. Absolutely packed house. There was not a space to put another body. They were bringing in kitchen chairs, patio chairs I've never seen before. Then they were bringing in fold-out benches.
Not even standing room, huh?
No. There was, you know how they say, like, standing room only? This was no room only. There was no room. I mean, once the line started for Rikishi to sign autographs, it was like, it was chaos. But it was a good chaos. It was great to see an absolutely packed house. I mean, if there was ways to put people hanging from the ceiling, they would have did it.
Hey.
I mean, it was crazy. Biggest crowd I've ever seen at Warriors of Wrestling. So kudos has to go out there for Joe Bellini and his staff for properly promoting this event. We got to see WWE Hall of Famers Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Rikishi in the house. Rikishi wrestled. Snuka was just there doing a meet and greet, if you want to call it that. He didn't look like he was awake half the time, but that's okay.
He was there.
He couldn't hear. They kept asking him to sign HOF for Hall of Fame, and he kept writing HOS on Hall of Shame. I don't know.
Hall of something.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Sleeping.
Whatever you want to call it.
All right, but we opened up with a pre-show match, and it had let's see, it was no, not even a pre-show match. We'll go right to the first match. It had a lot of things on the line. Rude Boy Riley needed to defeat a member of Team Torment, in this case Jubba, to move on to the later in the night to fight for the championship. So he goes on, and he takes on Jubba, and he defeats him with the running knee strike, gets the pinfall, and and boom, he's guaranteed a title shot later in the night. So he had a lot of anxiety, probably sitting there, and the whole card going on, knowing that he had eventually was going to have to go out there and fight for the championship. This kid who's worked real hard from a 15-year-old kid that was cleaning and setting up the ring and carrying stuff and just running errands and just being being a green kid to training and going to the gym and learning his craft and just getting better and better and better and then turning into the Rude Boy Riley that we know of today. So
every match I've seen, you could just see the passion in him.
Yeah,
every single match.
And he gets better and better.
Hard to believe because he's so good.
But the future's bright. So we'll get into that a little later on. But we had Jason Nevins taking on Hash Brown. And Jason Nevins was victorious with the use of the Bangarang. It was a 720 DDT. So it's like a spin around kind of DDT. It was a pretty cool move.
I love that name, Hash Brown.
So Jason Nevins victorious. The unpredictable Jay George took on Chris Payne. And Jay George was victorious with the power of the punch, better known as a foreign object used behind the referee's back. So Jay George victorious over Chris Payne. He did manage to lose his cigar early in the match.
Jay George lost his cigar?
Yeah, I think Chris smacked it out of his mouth and it hit the floor and broke apart, and he was not happy. So.
You could tell Chris is from Staten Island.
Yeah, so he was
no games.
He was not happy about it, but he got the last laugh. Jay George victorious over Chris Payne. The 5-star stud Joey Ace is the champ, and he defeated the American Nightmare Logan Black and the Bad Apple McIntosh, and held on to his title after a top rope elbow drop on Logan Black following a tombstone on McIntosh. So it was kind of one guy landing on top of the other, but
I'm sure that was a hell of a high-flying match.
Joey Ace was victorious. I will tell you this: the card got off to a very slow pace, very slow start. The attention span of the crowd was not being grabbed until we got to this match, until Joey Ace was victorious. Then it was like the crowd woke up. And then it was absolutely electric. I mean, lights. I mean, just they were buzzing. Didn't matter what was going on. They were waiting for the next match. And then Michael Massacre, boom, comes running to the ring. Doing his best Chris Steeler gimmick, wearing the tights, hitting the music, doing the whole, who's the man, whose house, blah blah blah. And then boom, Chris Steeler comes out. Chris Steeler finally, he's been gone for a couple months, comes out. He's had enough of Michael Massacre running around. But it didn't matter. Michael Massacre, just victorious. Low blow on the outside of the ring.
Do what you got to do.
But, exactly. Michael Massacre did what he had to do. He won the match. So, this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We will be seeing a lot of Chris Steeler and Michael Massacre in the future taking each other on. And maybe eventually there will be a stipulation that Chris Steeler versus Michael Massacre, and the loser has to stop being Chris Steeler.
Has to stop being
So what happens
Chris
if
Steeler?
Chris Steeler loses that match? He can't be Chris Steeler.
Who's he going to be?
I don't know.
Is he going to be Michael Massacre?
Maybe. That'd be interesting. So,
Chris Steeler, you better not lose if that's a stipulation. You're going to be a no-name.
You're gonna have to come out in a mask. Like Mr. America.
You call yourself whatever you want then.
Warriors of Wrestling Championship match. Here it was. Rude Boy Riley taking on Teen Torment member Jack Gallo, who was represented as the champion. As you remember, two of them had the championship belt. And it was Rude Boy Riley with the X'd up knee becoming the new Warriors of Wrestling heavyweight champion. Place went absolutely nuts. The entire locker room runs out into the ring. Joe Bellini goes right after what's his face, Juba, whatever the hell his name is, the big huge guy. What's his name? Juba. He goes right after Juba. Juba goes down. Joe's on top of him. The rest of the locker room is dragging Jack Gallows out of the ring and literally escorts them to the front